Hello, dear friends. Hi, how are you all doing? My name is August. This is Cozy Rosie Reads, and today I am planning my September TBR pile using the infamous, where to go? TBR jar! If you're new here, this TBR jar is full of a bunch of different prompts or challenges for myself so I can pick what books I'm going to be reading for the month of September. Can we believe it's going to be September? Can we believe it's going to be fall? I cannot. I'm not quite mentally ready. And TBH, if you have been watching any of my vlogs, you might know that my August TBR has not really been going super well. I've barely had much time to read. I am in the busy season of my photography business. I'm basically photographing weddings almost every weekend from kind of like now until the beginning of November, with also having couple shoots, engagement shoots on weekends. So my typical free time is now allotted to my business, which I love, but it doesn't really give me a whole lot of opportunity to read during the day. So this TBR pile, you know, September is one of my busiest photography months. It's fall, everyone loves fall photos, so I'm not sure, I cannot guarantee that I'll even be able to get to many of the books I'll be picking today. But it is my hope that I can, and I will, and that these books will excite me so much that I will prioritize them versus scrolling randomly through Instagram Reels, or who knows? We'll see. Hopefully we can pick some really good fall vibe books, even though right now it is still in the heat of August. It's really, really hot. So mentally for this TBR pile, I definitely have to be in the almost fall mindset and picking books that are going to be atmospheric and fall and cozy. So I will be picking 10 prompts. I'm so excited. This is my favorite video to do every single month. Like, I look forward to it so much. It is literally the most exciting thing for me. First prompt for the month of September is the last book thrifted. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. That is so fun. Okay, the last book that I thrifted was, I do have some recent additions to my TBR, but some of them were found in like little free libraries, so I'm not going to count those. These are the last books I thrifted, which I also take as being secondhand. So I am going to be picking Cabo de Gata by Eugen Ruge. This is a book that I found in my used bookstore vlog when I traveled to Ann Arbor with my dad, so I'll link that video down below. I have not shown this book to you because I was saving it for a book haul, so you do get a little sneak peek. This is a really cool book that I found at a used bookstore in Ann Arbor. It's very small and it's been translated by Anthea Bell in 2016. So it was originally published in German, I believe. This sounds like my exact cup of tea. This is a book that follows an unnamed writer, and he finds himself in Cabo de Gata, a sleepy, worn-down Andalusian fishing village. He's left behind his life in Berlin, and he is surrounded by a desolate landscape in southern Spain, and it just talks about his like everyday life of being isolated and experiencing and exploring this small, sleepy coastal town. Frickin' vibes. But then he makes an unlikely connection with a cat that he believes is trying to send him like special messages. Like there's an important meaning behind him having a relationship with this cat. And that's basically what we have. It says on the back that it's written with sharp intelligence and wry humor. It proposes life's biggest questions and illustrates how achieving happiness sometimes means giving oneself up to the foreign and the unknown. This sounds exactly like my kind of book. If I could mentally read all books like this, I would definitely be doing it. This is kind of exactly what I like. But they do take a lot out of me mentally because usually they are a little bit more dry and slow and intense, even though they are quite short. But this is exactly the kind of book I want to read all the time. So I'm really, really excited. This is so exciting. Also, this cover is quite beautiful. It does give off like a little summery vibe, but I think for September that will be just fine. So that's the first book I'll be reading. Prompt number 2. Phone a friend. Phone a friend! Oh, shoot. Okay, for this one, I think I might have to call my dad, and I'll have to insert maybe a clip of me doing it because I actually, if you can't tell, I actually film on my phone, so I cannot use it at the same time. Hey friends, editing August here. So I did end up FaceTiming my dad, but I am going to insert that footage at the very end of this clip. At first I thought I would insert it, but I just thought it would actually make much more sense for me to go through all of my prompts first and then let him pick from the books that were left over. So stay tuned at the very end for that clip. Prompt number 3. We have the letter C. So for this one, I just need to find a book that's first thing starts with a C. And I have 3 that I really want to read. Not including Cabo de Gata, which is also a C. Maybe we just have a lot of C books this month, hey? Ooh, this is hard. So let's pull all the ones I have out here. Okay, these are all of my C books. First, we have Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. This was so kindly given to me by one of my friends, Riley, if you're watching. I love you. You're so sweet. So yeah, this is a beautiful version of Cat's Cradle. Look at that. Oh, sprayed edges. I love the green sprayed edges. I love Kurt Vonnegut. I've only read 2 of his works. I've always wanted to read Cat's Cradle. I have read Slaughterhouse-Five, of course, and the Sirens of Titan. Sirens of Titan, it has to be one of my favorite books of all time. It's really up there. It's so good. Same with Slaughterhouse-Five, I guess. That is just an iconic book. So this is definitely an option. Then we also have Clade, this beautiful cover. It's upside down. Clade by James Bradley. It definitely is like an eerie sounding literary fiction with some sci-fi elements, a little bit apocalyptic, but I don't think that is its main intention and focus. I think it is very much like a literary experience. So this is an option as well. Then we have Crystal Eaters by Shane Jones. Yes, I am so excited. I did find this book used and secondhand at my local indie bookstore. I did talk about it in one of my vlogs. I can't even remember which vlog it was, but I will link it down below for you all. This is like a fable thing. I'm not even sure. I just freaking love this cover yet again. All pink. Love, love, love. It's like a fable about this town that believes in crystal count. You're born with X amount of crystals, and when they're depleted, you pass away. So it's just this very interesting, almost seems like it has a little bit of like climate fiction in it as well. This is really a good option. I'm kind of leaning towards this already. And lastly, we have The Center Cannot Hold, My Journey Through Madness by Ellen R. Sachs. This is a book that I found very, very recently in a little free library. I honestly don't know what to expect with this book, but it is all about Ellen Sachs, who before picking up this book I had never heard of, but apparently she is a recipient of a MacArthur Foundation Fellowship and founder of the Sachs Institute for Mental Health Law, Policy, and Ethics. And she leads those who suffer from schizophrenia and their family members on an inspiring journey in her profound and hopeful memoir about living with schizophrenia. I really, really love memoirs. It's been a long time since I've read a memoir. Lately, I've definitely been leaning more towards listening to memoirs, especially if they're narrated by the author. I find it to be like such a profound experience. So I think I'm gonna hold off on this one. And quite honest, God, these are such good books. All the C's are so good, but I think I would probably be looking forward to reading Crystal Eaters by Shane Jones the most. I am so excited to read this. Again, a weird, tiny little book that I never heard of. It sounds so bizarre, so trippy, super interesting. The garbage man just came, so if you hear him in the background, I'm sorry. But I think I'm gonna add this, like 2 very, very recent thrift finds for me, both very small and weird and kooky. Oh my gosh. Look at that with those, oh, you can't even see it. I'm sorry, friends. Look at that with all the white spines though, too. I love it. Yay! Prompt number 4. And at this point, friends, I have no idea what my dad is gonna pick for me, so I hope it's something good. But it's good that I'm doing all of this first, so that way he can really pick kind of whatever is left over. Am I right? Next prompt number 4 reads, ooh, a purple cover. Oh, that's unique. Wow, so I have a lot of pink and magenta books, but hardly any purple ones. So the only purple books I have are from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler by E.L. Konigsburg. This is a kind of classic children's literature book that I found while thrifting, and I just thought, why the heck not? I've definitely been trying to read a lot more like classic children's literature, because I believe this came out in like the 60s. Yeah, 1967. Currently right now I'm reading Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt, which also came out in like the late 1960s, early 1970s. So I've definitely been trying to read some more classic children's literature to understand a little bit more about it. I feel like I read a lot of more recent books when I was younger, books that had recently come out. So I think as I'm older, I'm just really appreciating younger like children's literature, middle grade, YA, from like the 20s to 90s. So when I see them and I've recognized the title, I've just been more inclined to pick it up. And then I also have Jam on the Vine by LaShonda Catrice Barnett. This is a book that was originally on my first ever TBR jar challenge, and I did not get to it that month. For some reason, this intimidates me. I was so excited to read it, but now it is so intimidating, especially with my ongoing to-do lists and how busy my business is. It's getting a little bit more difficult for me to sit down and read longer books. So for that reason, I'm not going to self-sabotage. I am going to pick the YA children's literature. So I will be reading this. This sounds actually really fun and interesting because it follows a brother and sister who run away from home and they end up living in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I'm really excited. This sounds like so much fun. Really short, really just cute. But hopefully has a little bit of like kind of this almost like dark academic historical vibes of living in the MoMA. I don't know, that just sounds pretty rad. So I will be adding this to September. Wow, I'm really loving this stack. I love short books and I'm definitely trying to embrace that love a little bit more. So this is perfect for me, honestly. Right, prompt number 5. What are we gonna pick? Ooh, 4-word title. 4-word title. Okay, for this one, I am just gonna pick all of them that are options and tell you about them. Ooh, okay, I have several, but I know exactly which one I'm gonna pick, and I'm going to say them all out loud, and you tell me what you think I'm gonna read. The Invention of Anna by Michael Rosengard. Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. And again, The Center Cannot Hold by Ellen R. Sachs. Which one do you think I'm gonna pick, friends? It's gonna be Interview with the Vampire by freaking Anne Rice. I've been wanting to read this forever. I am so excited. Again, I love, oh, this copy is stunning. The mustard yellow. What? So this is perfect. I can read it in later September, get really excited and ready for spooky season. And it's a classic. I feel like so many people have read this. I have never read it. I just want to know everything about it. So I'm really, really excited for this one. Prompt number 6. Oh my gosh, this is so fun to me, friends. There's still so many prompts in here too. And I've been doing this for several months now. I love it. Ooh, this is a long one. Book that was turned into a movie. I'm picking really good prompts this time. Oh my god. Okay, a book that was turned into a movie. OMG, friends. I think I only have 2. I have 2. First one is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have never read this series, but I did find the first 2 books at Goodwill while I was on vacation in Virginia. So I have always wanted to read this series. Even when it first kind of came out, I was very, very intrigued by it. I honestly don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know if this is a super revered series, but I see it absolutely everywhere. Never seen the movie. I don't know, like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, is there something I should know about this series? Do we support this author? Ransom Riggs, that kind of sounds like a pseudonym, but I don't know. I know nothing. I would love to hear your thoughts. Is this a good pick? Should I even keep this series? Should I on-go and keep reading the series? I am an older reader. This is definitely middle grade YA, but it just sounds like so much fun, and like the mixed kind of media in here just is so intriguing. So please let me know your thoughts. Have you read this series? The second book though is The Snowman by Jo Nesbø. I thrifted this while I was in Ann Arbor as well. It was a used copy, which I love. It is very well loved. I read a Jo Nesbø book back in like 2015 or 16. It was called The Leopard. And I enjoyed it. It didn't super wow me, but I thought the reading process and the atmosphere was so fun. But I have heard that if you read any Jo Nesbø book, it should be The Snowman. And I have heard though that the movie is atrocious and not to watch it, but I am totally gonna watch it to like make fun of it because I've heard it's trash. So I really, really want to read this one more than Miss Peregrine. How do you pronounce that even? But I'm gonna want to read this when it's actually snowing outside. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna actually put a pause on this and hope that I get it in a winter month. And instead, we're gonna go start another kind of like YA middle grade series that I've always wanted to read since it came out. And I was an older reader at that point, an older person. It came out in like 2011, so I was in high school. But for some reason, it has always intrigued me. A little bit of like H-pity mixed with like series of unfortunate events vibes. I don't know, it just sounds like really macabre. This copy is in such good condition. I don't think it's ever been read. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this, but please let me know your thoughts, friends. I know nothing other than I just have always wanted to read it for my own self. So yeah, let me know. And it just sounds like a really good kind of like September, fall, spooky season kind of read. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. NGL. Prompt number 7, science fiction. Science fiction, broad prompt, just a genre. Oh boy, science fiction. Science fiction is not my favorite genre. So let's see what we have. We have Clade, of course. We have The First Sister by Lyndon A. Lewis. We have The Incrementalists by Stephen Brust and Skylar White. We have Just Like Beauty by Lisa Lerner. And I think that's it. I might have more, but I'm just not sure exactly if they're like straight up sci-fi. I feel like a lot of my books have like some sci-fi elements, but I feel like it leans a little bit more to like speculative or magical realism, so I'm just not sure how to categorize it. So out of these, I am definitely feeling like I want to read Clade the most. This feels like it is more literary fiction, but sci-fi. So I am really looking forward to this book. I think it is just such a freaking stunning cover. I did get this brand new at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Prompt number 8. Oh, I just love this challenge so much. I can't get over it. It's so fun for me. 5-star prediction. A 5-star prediction book. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ooh. I know what I'm gonna pick. I know what I'm gonna pick. And I'm just giving away all the goodies that are gonna be in an upcoming book haul video in the fall time. But who gives a hoot? I wanna read them. I'm gonna pick Dark Harvest by Norman Partridge. Oh my god, I thrifted this at the same time that I got Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children while I was on my anniversary vacation with my partner in Virginia, where we got engaged, friends. So I am so excited. This is about a boy called the October Boy. He has like a pumpkin head, it sounds like. This cover is so freaking rad. I honestly have never heard of this book, which is wild to me because it's like a perfect, if you're looking for a scary Halloween tale with lots of blood and gore and candy, you've come to the right place. It won an award, didn't it? Winner of the Bram Stoker Award. How perfect for Halloween spooky season, September. Like we're getting there. We're looking forward to it. Shut the front door. I want to read this so bad, so bad. When I first picked it up, I did think it was a little bit more middle grade or YA, but if there's a lot of blood and gore, maybe it's not. If you've read this, I would love to hear your thoughts. No spoilers, please. I'm just so excited. This is such a cool copy too, that it's used and it smells old and delicious. I'm so excited for this. Like the most perfect spooky season book paired with Interview with a Vampire, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. What an interesting like book selection we have here. We have a lot of indie books that I thought we were going with, but now we're kind of going to like some classics. I feel like some very popular kind of more mainstream books that I've just never had the chance to read. What a good mix. I feel like no matter what happens in September, I will be thoroughly enjoying reading though. Like there's something to just look forward to with every single one of these books so far. I'm not dreading any of them. This is really exciting. And quite a lot of like YA middle grade literature, which I don't have a lot of on my shelves, but for some reason they're just all here. Prompt number 9. We have another letter. It is R. Okay, a book that starts with R. Ooh, okay, I only have 2 books that start with R. We have The Remains of the Day by Kazu Ishiguro. I have tried to read this before, and I read it after Never Let Me Go, and I could not get into it. So I think now that I'm a little bit older though, I might be able to enjoy this a little bit more, but it's not super calling to me. And then we have Read Me by Leo Benedictus. This is a book that I found brand new at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if the perspective is from a stalker or what the dealio is, how it's written. It reads, "It's a seductive, haunting novel that holds a sinister mirror up to the ways in which we observe, judge, and influence people. The author's prose commands and draws a reader into the dark, manipulative mind of a serial stalker as he targets different women, or subjects as he calls them." Oh my gosh. And then it just kind of takes off from there as he kind of focuses in on just one woman in particular. This sounds eerie, perfect for creepy September nights, maybe when it's like a rainstorm, light some candles. I'm really excited to have like a really like prose. They definitely describe this book as prose and like haunting. I like that, like a really well-written, hopefully thriller. This sounds like a lot of fun. And again, I really love this simple cover. Very eerie. I love it. And the last prompt, my friends, and then we find out what book my dad decides to pick for me. I'm so excited. Oh, I think I have two again. Romance. The prompt is just romance. Oh no, I've read so many like not necessarily stereotypical romance books in August, but definitely a lot of books that focus on relationships and specifically smut. I'm not super excited about this one. This might be probably the lowest priority of my TBR. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. It's a romance book. What do we have that is potentially romance? Ooh, okay, I do have one, but I don't think, again, this is like a straight up romance, but I think it's the closest I have for sure. And that is One Day by David Nicholls. I did talk about this one in my last summer book haul, so I'll link that video down below, but I did know that at least one booktuber said that this is a great non-romance, more love story kind of book, but I can't remember what booktuber said that. I know someone did though, because when I saw this at Goodwill, I immediately recognized the cover and knew that I should pick it up. But this follows a couple, Dexter and Emma, in 1988, and they just met, but after only one day together, they cannot stop thinking about one another. Over 20 years, snapshots of their relationship are revealed on the same day, July 15th of each year. I'm really excited for this. I really am. So this actually makes me feel a little bit better. Will I be able to get to all of these books and this, which is a little bit chunkier? Who knows? Maybe it's about 430 something pages. We'll see, but I have definitely been looking forward to reading this one. I love love stories. I'm not a huge fan of super romance. So this sounds like a really maybe hopefully cozy one. It definitely gives me vibes of like the movie Comet, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So if it's anything similar to Comet, I know I'm probably gonna really love it. So we'll see how the writing style goes and the story and everything, but I am really excited for this. Now, it is time for me to call my dad for this last little segment and see what he says about what book I should read. The quality of this video might suck. Say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Okay, so one of my prompts for my September TBR, which is the to be read thing, my prompt was to phone a friend and have them pick a book that I have to read in the month of September. So okay. I'm going to show you my bookshelves.
I'm a friend.
You're a friend. Of course you're a friend. All right, I'm going to show you my bookshelves. But you tell me if any of these books stand out to you that you think I should read. So tell me if I should go a little bit closer.
Oh, those ones right there?
Yeah, I have many though. I have 2 shelves full. So I'm not sure if this is the best way. Cool. Which one?
The Asa Avdic.
The Dying Game?
The Dying
This
Game.
Is the cover.
Oh. Yeah, but that's kind of just the name, the Asa, that author's name.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what it's about?
Sure.
So the year is 2037. The Soviet Union never fell, and much of Europe has been consolidated under the totalitarian Union of Friendship. The location, a remote island off the coast of Sweden. The occasion, a 48-hour competition among 7 successful professionals for a top-secret intelligence position. Is this your pick?
Sounds like Kafka meets Hunger Games.
Yeah. Wow, that was a good comparison. Dang. So is this your pick? Or do you want to keep scrolling?
The other one I saw was the one up above, the snowman or whatever.
Yeah,
that was.
Joe Nesbo. That's the one we got in Ann Arbor together.
That's what I thought so. So that was joined to that one as well.
Yeah.
So those are the two that I saw that I went, oh, for no particular reason other than visually, something about them grabbed me.
Yeah. Okay.
Gosh, you got so many.
I know, and they're all really good.
Nah, go back, David. Oh, go up to the right.
To the right.
Stop right there, David Arnold.
Oh, The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotic. It's all about a young, 16-year-old boy who gets hypnotized and is starting to notice weird things in his family. So it's kind of like a coming of age, but it sounds really, really bizarre and strange.
Okay, and then I saw, is that Lust for Life on the very far right?
Yes, it is. It's yours.
More of a fall one, though, too, isn't it?
Yeah, and these are books I'm going to be reading in September, which is the start of fall.
Mm-hmm. I really kind of want to make you read the Hunger Game Catholic.
Yeah? So you can hear about it? It sounds super weird. I found this one at Dollar Tree, of course.
Does it say where I was asking where
you
got it?
So you just find the freaking weirdest books at Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. This one was Dollar Tree too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is the pick? The Dying Game?
That's my pick.
Let's do it!
And I do like the cover, because it does look like one of those 3D things.
Yeah.
Or like a glass partition, where they abstract, so you can't quite see in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the Avdic.
Yeah, she has a really cool name. Perfect. I will add this to my pile, which is right here, of all the other books. I won't hate you. I mean, I got it for a reason, and I want to read it because it sounds super weird. I love weird books, so I'll definitely have to let you know how it goes.
Cool.
Yay! Thanks, Dad. Thanks for being on my channel.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. Anytime. All right, I'll let you go. Back to work.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, friends, my dad has picked, I'm not sure how I'm going to splice all that footage together, but he did end up going with The Dying Game by Asa Avdic. So hopefully I can splice the audio that I got in my FaceTime call with him, because he said the most profound thing. He said, this sounds like a mixture of Kafka meets The Hunger Games, and now I can't unthink that. That honestly sounds so amazing, so I'm really excited. Thank you, Dad, for picking this book for me. I'm so excited. He was also between The Snowman and The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotic, so those were the books that immediately caught his eye based on color and the spine and the title. So I am so excited. So friends, this is my September pile. This has got to be the most eclectic pile, but I am seriously jazzed and excited to read every single one. So that's a huge success. That is a huge success to be picking such unique, random books that I feel like still all work together really, really well. They kind of hit all the marks of what I like as a reader, I think. We have some kind of classic horror, we have some speculative fiction, we have some fable, and we have some children's literature, some dark horror kind of vibes, and some strange literary fiction too. This is a wonderful freaking pile. I'm super excited. I feel like this is gonna be a great stack for the month of September, and it's gonna be hard to pick what book to read first, and also once I finish a book, what to read next, because they're so eclectic. They're all completely different vibes. It's gonna be so much fun. So definitely stay tuned for some upcoming reading vlogs where I read and talk about these books. I am so jazzed. What a stellar pile. Thank you all so incredibly much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this September TBR. I know I did. It is I just look forward to this moment every single month when I can sit down and film this video, because it is just my absolute freaking favorite. I hope you're all doing really, really well, and I hope your month of August went swimmingly, and I'm so excited to see you all again very soon for my next video. Stay cozy, my friends. Bye!